Welcome to Holy Fire, a Spiritual Path Masterclass. I'm so grateful to be here with you for this class, specifically for Holy Fire, because this is one of the most life-changing energies, consciousness that entered my life, and my whole life has completely changed since working with Holy Fire. So I'm so passionate about sharing this energy. It's woven into everything I create. It's woven into all of my healing sessions. And it's such an honor to share it with you. This energy is of absolute unconditional love. It is so healing, so nourishing. And it's always something that I'm falling back onto, returning to. And also it carries itself with me on the next levels of initiation that I go into as well. And I'll explain more about how Holy Fire Reiki can be woven so deeply into our life beyond just a healing session. It's really about it is about living with this healing energy and how it can support us in coming into alignment with our authentic self. So welcome. If you are here, go ahead and say hi into the comments if you'd like. I'd love to know who is here. And if you're catching the replay to this, because I know I'm hosting this on the weekend and weekends can be busy, but if you're watching this on the replay, it's so wonderful to feel you. I'm sending you so much love as well. And today's a special as well because we're going to spend a lot of time doing a healing experience together. So let's begin with grounding. I actually want to start with a prayer and ground into this space because this does feel, although there is a wisdom transmission aspect to it, this does feel more of like a ceremonial space for me because we are going to be diving into a very deep journey together. This is going to be an intuitive, soul-led journey that I'm going to channel in the moment, specifically for the energy that wants to come through, the healing that wants to come through, and weaving Holy Fire Reiki into it so you can really feel this experience. So there will be just a little bit of more the cognitive, the contemplation, but a lot of today is a deeply felt experience with Holy Fire, and to have a true healing experience, a true transformation from deep within your body and your soul. And if you are new and this is the first time you're catching a live with me or are connecting with me in this way, my name is Ashley. I'm a Holy Fire Reiki master, a multidimensional ceremonialist and channel for the divine feminine awakening that is happening upon earth right now. So bring yourself into, if you're able to, somewhat of a relaxed space, whether that's seated, laying down, if you're moving about your day, just having this moment to kind of pause or be as present with what you're doing while you're receiving this grounding and while we call in Holy Fire Reiki and the guides that are going to be supporting this experience. So, and again, if you are here and you're jumping in at any point you want to say hello, go ahead, write in the comments who is here so I can say hello to you and I know who is here. All right, so into a comfortable space, grounding in, tuning into yourself, tuning into your breath. When I say yourself, meaning tuning into your body, reclaiming your power back from the past, the future, from any expectations, from the doing, the masculine, and instead shifting into the being. And I find that the easiest, quickest way to shift into being is through breath and through attunement to the body. Feeling the weight of your bones. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, allowing your body to anchor with gravity deeper and deeper into earth. Deep breath in, feeling your heart, your belly, your abdomen expanding. And deep breath out, letting the bones drop heavier. Letting go of any flighty energy by being in the mind or somewhere out there. And instead, anchoring into Mother Earth beneath you, feel the feet rooted firmly into the earth. Feel the muscles around your bones softening. And drop everything that you've been holding. That weight, that pressure, the anxiety, whatever it might be. Taking another deep breath in. And on this exhale out, go ahead, sigh out. You can breathe out the mouth, to the back of the throat. Any sounds that feels good to make as you completely clear that last layer that you're really holding on to. And now welcoming in Holy Fire Reiki into this space now, this unconditional loving consciousness of beautiful spiritual light flowing through the spiritual realm, through the cosmos, the stars, down to the crown of your head, pouring within you and around you this warm, loving, nourishing, liquid golden light, soothing the entire body like a balm, a warm bath, a warm fire, an embrace of a loved one. Letting your heart fill up with presence, with love, with connection. Letting your lower abdomen, your womb space, your pelvis relax so much deeper as you let go of all control. Asking Holy Fire Reiki to clear the entire space around your body, clearing anyone else's energy, expectations, any seeking, cords of disempowerment, anywhere that your power has been draining, just clearing all of this energy, returning to your vitality, to fully receive with clarity, with presence, with openness, this wisdom transmission and healing with Holy Fire Reiki. And also asking that all of your guides, the ascended masters, angelic beings, spiritual guides, and ancestors of absolute love, light, and divine service step forward, creating a circle of holy, sacred love around you, of protection and of healing and of light. That this space of healing serves your highest good and the highest good of all. That this space of healing is held in the frequency of unconditional love. And so it is. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and return. So welcome, sisters, for those who came through while we were in the opening prayer. Whoever is here, if you would like to put in the comments who's here, you can say hello. I might not just be seeing the comments. It's 1:11 here, so we have 1:11. So this feels like the perfect time to be stepping into this transmission now. So first part, I just want to share a little bit about how Holy Fire Reiki works with us to heal and become a part of our everyday life. Because again, as I said in the beginning, Holy Fire Reiki isn't just, it's not just an energy that's meant to be used in specifically healing sessions. It's something that once we work with this and we are attuned to it, placed with this energy, ignited with it, that it then actually becomes woven into every part of our spiritual path. Okay, so the 4 kind of pillars of Holy Fire Reiki. Okay, I'm seeing the messages now. Hello, blessings. Hi, Danica. Hey, Dee. Yay, so happy you both are here. Okay, so the 4 pillars of Holy Fire Reiki. 1 is purification. The 2nd is empowerment. 3rd, healing. And the 4th, guiding. So these are kind of the qualities through which Holy Fire Reiki can transform our life. And not one is better than the other. I'm just going to start with one and then go through them. The last one I do feel really passionate about, the guiding, because when Holy Fire Reiki did come into my life, then the understanding of what it means to actually be guided through the connection of my guides, to actually be a channel and to tune in, to connect into divine loving consciousness really did take a massive shift and pivot in my life. So I'm really excited about the last one, but all of them are so important, equally important, and are beautiful aspects of working with this healing energy. So the first, purify. Just from knowing that word, these words are all part of our language. So we all know what we're associating purification to and what that means to us. What does that look like in your life? When have you taken moments of needing to purify? Was it purifying the energies in your life? Like, did you kind of like, this is a toxic situation, this is a toxic person, this is a toxic substance? So oftentimes it's like when we're purifying, it's releasing the toxic things, energies, or situations in our life. And so you have done this in your own life, where you have done this process of actual purification, where you're like, this is not supporting my highest vitality. This is not supporting the clarity of my mind. Like if you've ever been with somebody that you maybe when you were younger and you didn't have your center of power, and you lost yourself with them, or you weren't honoring your desires or really honoring your opinions and your truths, because there was like this clouding of your judgment in connection to self. So this is, even in your own life, you have already gone through so many purifications. Many of you have also maybe even did physical purifications. You have done a fast or cleansing smoothies or juices. Like, why would you do that? Because you felt like there was a sense that your body, your organs needed to purify, needed to cleanse, not just from the food that we eat, or the toxins, the toxic substances that we may have ingested. It is also in our environment. Our environment is so toxic with the heavy metals and the plastics, even EMF radiation. So there's plenty of external physical things that actually do have a massive effect on our health. Okay, so I just wanted you to anchor into what purification means for you. Now, when you're working with Holy Fire Reiki, it is supporting the movement of the activation of this purification process. So it's not only supporting your physical body in purifying emotional, spiritual, and physical toxins, but it's also bringing you into the awareness of that sooner. Holy Fire Reiki, when you're working with it, when it's a part of you, like say you've done a Holy Fire Reiki training, you're ignited with it. Well, that's with the master training, but you're placed with this Reiki. It's moving through you. I have worked with so many clients that have gone through, I've worked with over 100 clients who've worked with the Holy Fire Reiki trainings, and many of them don't offer Holy Fire Reiki training specifically. They receive the training to work with it themselves after working together in our one-on-one sessions and wanting to have the access to moving this energy through their own body. And it doesn't activate just through like sitting down, placing your hands, and like consciously channeling Reiki. Holy Fire Reiki is such this powerful energy that it is like this divine communication with you. It's this continuous communication with your body, with your soul, this continuous realignment with yourself. This energy, once you're working with it, is this like loving guide that's always supporting you to come back into alignment. And so what happens is you'll sense quicker when your body needs some type of purification process. You might sense quicker, like that organ doesn't feel like it's optimal, or like my digestive system, it's not functioning that well, or it's like your lymph system. You'll just you'll know much quicker and sooner that things aren't functioning as optimal, and like maybe I need to go on this purification process. You can then actually actively, consciously work on using Holy Fire Reiki to strengthen the organs to help them detox and purify. Holy Fire Reiki isn't doing the work of the purification for you because your body is so wise. It's not like Holy Fire Reiki overrides the wisdom of your body. Your body is infinitely wise. Your body is an emanation of God. Holy Fire Reiki is supporting and optimizing and bringing vitality. Holy Reiki is spiritually guided life force energy. So it is this divine consciousness guiding the vitality of what animates you, of what creates life within us. So when Holy Fire Reiki comes into your organs, it supports the organs in functioning at a higher capacity, in bringing more vitality and nourishment into the organs and into the digestive system to support the purification, even the brain. And if the body isn't able to do it, Holy Fire Reiki will actually guide you to resources, to teachers, and to information that you need to actually move forward with the purification, especially when it comes to detoxing heavy metals. This is you actually do need to follow specific protocols so the body can release this in a really powerful way. So anytime I have felt like I really do need a purification time, like I not only, and oftentimes they go hand in hand. The first time I really felt like I needed this big purification, it was in early 2020 when I was leaving my husband's parents' house. We were living there with my 4-month-old, and it wasn't a healthy situation, energetic, emotionally, it was toxic. And I was 4 months postpartum, so all types of body hormonal changes as well. And so once I left that situation, I was at my sister's for a couple weeks, kind of regrounding and figuring out what our path was. And I knew something needed to shift. I was drinking so much St. John's wort tea because that helps with the nervous system, and just drinking all the teas to help with like the nervines, to help with my nervous system, because I knew I was just like not in a place of balance. And then I don't know, I was searching online or doing something, and that's when this medical medium book came towards me, which was Cleanse to Heal. And I'd had no idea about the medical medium, nothing about it, but I was just like, this book, I need to read this book. So I read this book and I fell in love with the wisdom that was shared there, and learned so much about heavy metals, and started physically detoxing my body with the wisdom there. And actually what I learned from that book was lemon water and celery juice first thing in the morning. And I've literally still been doing that for the last 5 years. And I know if I don't have celery juice for a couple mornings, I'm like, my body's not functioning as, like, I can feel the difference in the way that my body is purifying and cleansing itself. And so I received that, started working with the purification, and just started cleansing and returning to myself, having such a clearer mind. So I believe that purification, both our physical body and our energetic spiritual self, they need to go hand in hand, because if our physical body is laden with these toxic chemicals, toxic sludge, especially from our environment, then we're not going to be able to really anchor in the highest frequency of our spiritual self. So Holy Fire Reiki, if the body isn't in a place to help move the toxins out, Holy Fire Reiki will support you in attuning to being the energetic match to the wisdom that needs to come into your life. Okay. And I've had a lot of times when I've had healing sessions with clients, especially when it's a very deep healing session afterwards, I would suggest drink a lot of water. Energy is moving, or rest deeply so the body can actually begin to purify what is moving through us. Okay, so let me know in the comments if there's any questions about purification, and I will be sure to answer those. I'm going to move on to empowerment, but if I see your questions, I will tune into that. So the next aspect of Holy Fire Reiki and how it can transform your life is through empowerment. And what is empowerment? It's returning to power. It's activating the power within you. What is power? Power is the ability to create action, to move. And authentic power is recognizing that you are infinite power, that your power doesn't need to come through taking from anywhere else. It comes through accessing the infinite potential that you are. And so we become more powerful, authentically powerful, it's not a checks and balance things with power. It's not, I had to take from here to gain here. We all get to rise into our highest potential and power. There's more than enough space, energy, and power to do that. When we're actually in our authentic power, what we're doing is we're increasing our capacity of God consciousness. We're increasing our capacity for magnetism, for creation, for unconditional love of self. And so Holy Fire Reiki is going to guide us to the places where we have the limiting belief systems that we believe that power is this dynamic where someone has more and others have less. It clears away this hierarchical system of power, of less than or greater than, and it returns you into this sense of like the only way that someone or something has power over you is because you give it. This is the truth of sovereignty. And so Holy Fire Reiki is continuously supporting us in clearing the cords, the energetic. So I'm going to pull that back. Anytime we have a thought, it's the way I see it and have seen it. I've done thousands of hours of Reiki healing sessions. And every time I work with a client and also in my own self and intuitively tuning into their body, it is these energetic cords. We have hundreds, thousands of these we are energy beings, and we are everywhere because we are infinite. So we have the potential to connect to anything and everything that we choose. The beauty of that is we get to choose to reclaim our power from anything and everything that we do not desire to put our energy into. So when we have even just a thought, if we have a thought, that's sending an energetic cord somewhere. It's to that thought, to that thing. It's a part of our vitality. It's a part of our consciousness being sent to that thought. If we send a thought to our focus to the past, we're sending an energy cord back there. If we have emotions and attachments connected to a partner, we're sending energy cords there. None of this is like neither quote unquote good or bad. It's just, is it supporting the empowerment of your authentic self, or is it decreasing your power? Is it creating a lack of vitality? And it all just has to do with frequency. If you are connected into something that uplifts you, that empowers you, that connects you to your limitless potential, to unconditional love, to the divine qualities that are within you, then that energetic connection is empowering. It's beautiful. It's uplifting. And it's not just black and white. I mean, you have probably some partnership in your life. Maybe it's not a lovership, but a friendship, a mother, father, like whatever is that partnership. You have both healthy cords and sometimes unhealthy attachments. And you get to reclaim your power, resolve the unhealthy attachments for you and the other person, heal the part of you that has chosen to give that power away because of lack of self-worth, lack of self-love, disbelief in self, limitation, lack mentality, whatever it might be, that might be the root cause where you would give an energy cord in that direction. But the empowering cords that you do have with that person or experience, that uplifts you, that gives you nourishment, that supports the fullest expression of your vitality and light. And that's beautiful. And so when we're assessing our energy and our light and our power in this life, it's really looking at, where am I giving my thoughts, energy, and time that is disempowering, that is genuinely draining you of vitality. Now, you cannot go through this process by shaming yourself and guilting yourself out of reclaiming your power. The only way to actually go through this process of reclaiming your power authentically, because if you shame and guilt yourself, like, oh, I shouldn't be thinking of that, I shouldn't give my energy there, I shouldn't do this, like, if you go about it that way, You're not actually going to disconnect the cord, and then you're putting this layer of shame. And what you end up doing is just putting underneath, like putting into the dark, into the shadows, this part of yourself that you deem unlovable. And then what happens is it's more of this under the surface disempowerment cords, and it's kind of this leak of energy, leak of power that you're honestly not even conscious of most of the time. And this is why I love when working on healing sessions and intuitive readings, because we get to go deeper into the more of the hidden aspects of ourselves, where we're allowing certain belief systems, identities about ourselves and attachments that we have that are depleting our power. But if you've ever, someone could be, this isn't a conscious process, I should say. This level, we don't have to just be consciously thinking of something to feel our power deplete. These energy cords are operating even beyond our conscious awareness of them. This is why even if you've had a really hard day and like you're moving through a really challenging situation, but yet instead of feeling it all the way through, you disassociate, someone may drink or just like watch a movie out of disassociation. I'm not saying these things are like quote unquote wrong, but it's the reason we're doing it. And we have this disassociation and numbing. Even though your attention is on something else, like your conscious attention is on something else, underlying are still these disempowerment cords where your vitality is draining. And if it's not, if we don't feel something all the way through, if we don't really assess where our energy is, where we feel a lack of vitality. And so Holy Fire Reiki helps to, one, clear these cords of attachments, these disempowering cords of attachments. Completely clears them, and then it clears them, and then it heals the root within us that allowed for the attachment to take place in the first place. And then 3, it's helping us become aware of where we're not feeling something all the way through. Like Holy Fire Reiki, when it becomes a part of like this living fabric of your being, it's always nudging you in this most loving way to really look at your life. Where are you feeling a lack of vitality? What aspect of a relationship that you have is there a sense of draining or disempowerment? What aspect of your work, your life, your day, your relationship with yourself is feeling this lack of vitality, this energy of drain, this lack of fullness of life, this kind of hollowness? Like that is where there's energy draining. And you get to reclaim your power back in the ways that it's draining and heal whatever's inside of you that's allowing for that energy to drain. Okay, so let me know if there's any questions about the disempowerment cords of it's again, there's so many aspects to power and what power really means and how to tap into this. And as I work with women intimately about reclaiming their power, which is one of the foundations of the work I do with women in my mentorships, we look at power from so many different angles. It's not just especially because most of my mentorships are journeys through the chakra spaces. We look at power from each of these chakra spaces, because your reclamation of power at your root chakra and what that looks like for you. So for example, the reclamation of your power at your root is really reclaiming your power from attachments to something outside of you, providing security, safety, like unconditional security and safety, expecting that someone or something outside of you is going to provide that. And instead, returning to knowing that your only sense of true, unlimited power is going to come from you and your relationship to the divine, and knowing with every cell in your being, in your body, that you are always cared for, always provided for, and you are always safe. So this journey is a continuous reclamation of returning within. So then the sacral chakra, the reclaiming your power, your sacral chakra is a different journey. So there's many different layers of this, but I think what's most important is to think about right now where the cords of disempowerment are flowing in your life, and that's where you're going to feel this sense of lack of vitality. this like lack of desire. And just tuning into that. And you can even just say the simple thing like, I reclaim my power now. But working with Holy Fire Reiki, you identify it. You get to just call in Holy Fire Reiki as it flows over your body in the beginning prayer. If you heard me say like cleansing all cords, reclaiming your power back now. Like that process of like clearing everything where your distractions, your energy, your mental focus is going, and come back into this now moment. Return to yourself. Instead of feeling the weight of the past, the future, the limiting beliefs taking hold of you, and instead turning into the God truth within you, that you are infinite power. So I'm going to move on to the next one, and we have two more, and I want to make sure I have enough time for this deep healing experience. So the next one is heal. So this is another aspect, of course, with Holy Fire III Reiki, and that is really most of the time when we think of any forms of Reiki, it is about healing. Most people are pretty aware it's about healing. I do have many other videos. I've done a couple other masterclasses sharing about Holy Fire Reiki and what is Holy Fire specifically compared to like Usui. I can link those to the description here if you want to learn more about the difference between Holy Fire Reiki and other healing methods. And I don't think I go too much into comparing the methods, but if you just want to know like why Holy Fire Reiki, why you might be feeling called to this, I'll share some of those master classes here. Okay, so healing is this continuous and inevitable realignment with your divine blueprint. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. Healing is this continuous and inevitable realignment with your divine blueprint. So you have this divine blueprint. It's encoded in your DNA. And there's different parts of our DNA that are actually turned on and different parts of our DNA that are turned off. And depending on the frequency we're holding in our body, the level of vitality, health, and wealth that we are activated within our being, that will shift different expressions of our DNA, which is literally expressions of our soul. And so healing is this continuous journey of bringing us into that realignment of this divine blueprint so that we are expressing the highest health, wealth, and just vitality in our life and spiritual consciousness. Because health is a divine quality. When we are true in a state of optimal health, of feeling vital, of a clear mind, of a strong heart, like we can heal quickly. These types of, like our body, if we get a cut, it heals, and like just how our body can process and move energies and digest, like the fire within us. This is all part of our divine. This is a divine quality to be able to be in health and healing. And so healing, Holy Fire Reiki is continuously supporting us in this healing process. If we are not aware of something that needs healing, Holy Fire Reiki is already going to start flowing. Once we've received the placement, level 1 and 2, you receive a placement with the master training. It is ignitions. Once this energy is a part of you and working with you, it's continuously flowing into your life to support you in healing without even you consciously calling it in. It knows on a spiritual God consciousness level what's going to serve your highest good. So even without you placing your hands on your body or placing your hands anywhere, it's going to flow through you to support you in your healing. It's so beautiful. And it's also going to help bring into awareness parts of yourself that need healing. Now, when we say healing, it's not just the physical body. Yes, I'm sure there's an array of things that you have going on with the physical body, and this is one layer of it. The other layer of it is the healing of our entire energetic system as well. And so that's the healing of our chakras, which are the portals, the vortexes of energy that connect our physical body with our spiritual self to the divine. We're actually like an entire living, breathing portal to God. We have chakras all over our body, but the 7 major chakras along the central channel connect into the central channel, the Sushumna Nadi. This is a major channel. It's like literally a spiritual highway that connects these chakras and connects us to the divine. It anchors us into the earth and connects us into God consciousness. This is where primarily the highest frequency light is flowing through our body, and the highest consciousness is flowing through our body. It then flows through our chakras and out through the nadis, which is this entire river system flowing through our body, much like the blood veins within our body. And it connects different chakra points to different organs. So vitality is how we are alive. Life force energy is how we are alive. We are animated. When we have low life force energy, we are more susceptible to sickness, to being ill. When we have higher life force energy, we have a greater capacity to physically heal. Because we're more resourced. We have more God consciousness, more energy to continue to heal, to come into the highest expression of our divine blueprint. Our physical body is just an expression of our divinity. But if we don't have the energy, if we don't have the vitality to express that, the body begins to fade away. It begins to break down. And so the more energy we have, the more resourced we are, the vitality we have, the more our physical body can actually express that truth. Just because your physical body has an ailment, you're sick, doesn't mean you're less divine, there's less God consciousness within you. It just means the expression of it isn't being shown in the way that the possibility is. And you can see it when there is like vitality and life. You can see it in someone's eyes. You can see it like a glow on their skin when they have a lot of vitality. And so Holy Fire Reiki helps to bring in this vitality. It literally increases the flow of life force energy in your body to support you in healing and expressing your divine blueprint. It's so amazing. I have seen so many times when I've worked with clients at a distance, even they come in, they're tired, they're exhausted, there's the draining, there's the worry. And after a healing session, literally afterwards, their entire face has changed. It's lighter, they're glowing, like the posture in their body is so different just from receiving vitality in life. The way they think after, the solutions that come through, everything changes because there's vitality. They're resourced. This is the power of Holy Fire. I'm so excited for you to experience this healing session in just a moment. The last thing I want to speak about is about your guides. Guidance. So one other aspect of Holy Fire Reiki is the ability to be guided by this energy. And this, again, as I mentioned in the beginning, has been one of the most transforming things in my life. Because before working with Holy Fire Reiki, which I started in 2019, and just before then, so I received my Reiki Master in 2019, and I've been teaching Reiki trainings since then, so over 5 years. I didn't get my Reiki Master thinking I was going to be teaching trainings, but once I received this energy, I said, there's no way I'm not going to share this energy. It's so life-changing. And I've been, continuously sharing these trainings ever since. So before 2019, I had just started learning about what guides are and like spiritual guides. And I was like, what is this? Obviously, I knew about my ancestors and connected with them a little bit. I was like, what does this mean? Like, who are my guides? I was so curious about this, and it didn't really land until after working with Holy Fire Reiki and my intuition opened up at a whole new level. Started accessing more of my soul wisdom, the Akashic records, not just of myself, but of my clients. And when I started connecting more on this higher frequency level in the spiritual realm, that's when a lot of my clients' guides were stepping through. And also my own guides started coming through. And not just coming through intuitively, but I started being magnetized towards certain conversations where a guide would come through. I remember in 2021, right before so it was the first time I was going to free birth my child, not my second child, Nala. With Leela, my first child, I did a home birth with a midwife. But the second time around, I knew I didn't want anyone around. I just wanted to do it by myself. And my husband was there. But yeah, so leading up to this, we were living in a camper. We had just moved to a new state. We didn't have any family around. And I, of course, was like, can I do this? Like, can I do this? I know I want to. I don't want anybody around. I don't want anyone's opinion. I certainly don't want to go to a hospital. So I knew what I did, what I wanted, but there was still that feeling of, can I actually do this? Like, really bring this baby through? And I was having a conversation with a friend, and I don't know how we started talking about it, but she started mentioning Sekhmet. And I said, oh, like that name stuck out to me, like really drew to me. I was like, that's it. Like, who is Sekhmet? And she's like, well, she's this Egyptian, lion-headed Egyptian goddess. And I said, well, I just feel like I need to look her up for some reason. And so I started looking her up and tuning into her energy. And I just started calling on her, connecting with her energy. And she was such a powerful frequency of courage, of strength, of empowerment. And we had already picked out, we didn't know a boy's name, but we knew if we had a girl that we were going to name her Nala. And what's so interesting is Nala means lioness. And it was just like this wild convergence of just this power. And believe me, Nala, she has a freaking roar on her. Like she's got the lion voice. So this felt so aligned. And I know that part of this for me is really didn't start happening like these coincidences happening over and over. I work with over 15 different ascended master guides, like very connected and very deeply. This process just started snowballing once I started receiving Holy Fire Reiki, these conversations, connections, and then just tuning into them, my ability to feel them, perceive them, and work with them. And now receiving their transmissions, their wisdoms, their words, their guidance that really inform a lot of my mentorships. It was really Mother Mary Magdalene and Isis that came through that really like shook me. I was like, you need to do this sovereign priestess activation, like create this, step forward and do it. So I work with my guides so deeply, and it's not just the guides, but holy fire as well. When I'm in extremely challenging times, my prayer is always like, Holy Fire Reiki, guide me and heal me so that I may be a greater service to myself and others. Like, guide me and heal me. What is that divine guidance? What is the greatest alignment here? And Holy Fire Reiki, it is absolutely, it is unconditional love. It is just the purest divine love. It is an emanation of the Christ stream, of Christ consciousness. It is so pure and so powerful. I have both worked with Usui Light Reiki and with Holy Fire Reiki, and I've worked with many different Reiki masters, and always people are shocked. They're like, they've told me they've done Reiki before, then they do Reiki with me. They're like, I didn't feel like that before. This was so powerful. Over and over. This is so powerful because this energy is at another frequency. It is so much higher, so pure, so clear. And again, I'm so excited to share this with you now. Okay, so let's dive into it. I'm putting right now in the chat a link to, it's a YouTube song. If you want some music playing in the background, if you're watching the replay of this, I'm going to overlay some music right now. So once you're listening to the replay, I'll overlay some music so you're listening to some while you're in this. If you're watching live and you want to put some music on in the background, you can click that link. There shouldn't be any ads while you're listening to it, but there might be an ad right in the beginning. Okay, so I invite you to get comfortable, as comfortable as possible. If you want to lie down, lie down. If you want to stay seated, you can stay seated. If you're not able to be present and really listen to this right now, you will get the recording. So listen to it now and then try to come back to this part so that you can really receive it. I am going to be channeling this in the moment. This is specific for those who are here and those who are watching the replay. So I'm just opening up to what this journey has in store, and it's going to be infused with Holy Fire Reiki the entire time. At some point, I may pause the channeling and just let the Reiki do some deeper healing, but I will call you out at the end so that you know this is absolutely complete. Okay, so with your eyes closed, settling in, Taking a deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out. And I just feel so grateful for you being in this space with me. For those here now, those watching the replay, my heart is just overpouring with so much love and gratitude to share this moment, this space, Holy Fire Reiki, profound healing and connection together. It really is. It's so special. So I'm grateful you're here with me, and I get to share this with you. Letting your body rest as deep as you can. There's nowhere else to be, to go, to do, simply because you choose that. So if you choose that in this now moment to really be present here, then let all of your energy claim it. Yes, I am here, ready to receive. Anchoring into the divine feminine, the power of receptivity. There is no need to figure out, to control. There's no expectation of what you're supposed to experience. Let all of that go. Trust what you are meant to receive in this now moment. Trust the power and wisdom of your own soul. Trust the power and wisdom of your own relationship with God, the divine. Trust in the wisdom of your body to heal. You already are whole. Holy Fire Reiki simply empowers the activation of your vitality, your life force and power, so that you can remember this truth and take action from an aligned, full, activated place. So welcoming in Holy Fire Reiki now to flow strongly over your body, and it's flowing into you now through the central channel, but it's coming down to the front of your body. So it's these 7 streams of light, one flowing down the crown of the head, one flowing directly into your third eye, another directly into your throat. Breathe deep in and out to support the receptivity of this flow of energy. Sometimes you might feel warmth, pressure, tickling sensations, or heat or cooling, but just keep breathing to support the movement. It's not just the movement of holy fire that's flowing through you, but it's also the movement of any disempowerment cords, stagnant energy, belief systems that are clearing. So keep breathing in the cadence and the rhythm that supports you. Holy Fire Reiki flowing into your heart, and it spills into your heart like this warm liquid gold puddle, letting the weight of anything you've been carrying in your heart to empty through the back of your heart. Another stream flowing into your solar plexus, and it spins as it enters your solar plexus, activating movement and motion. Once again, activating your fire, your belief, your trust in yourself, your desire to be here in this body, in this life, to see your own magic, your own unique expression of the divine. You are a part of the whole. Your light is so beautiful. You get to shine it. You get to express. You get to have a say. You get to create. It is important. Holy Fire Reiki flowing into your sacral, into your womb. and it moves slowly, like this soft silken thread of light, spinning and weaving its way into your womb space, into your ovaries, into the energetic portal of your sacral. Slowly moving like a gentle breeze or the softest caress, a warm touch. Unraveling the control, unraveling the resistance to being in your body or to feeling all the way through. Witnessing yourself. Loving yourself. Welcoming yourself. Holy Fire Reiki, along with beautiful, loving energy of Mother Earth flowing up through your root chakra, into your cervix, your root, empowering and strengthening and activating this center. Flowing up, this energy flows up your central spine, opens your chakras at a greater capacity. Light is flowing out the front of the chakras and the back. They have spinning vortexes out the front and back of your body. And as energy begins to flow more steadily through your central channel, the chakras become expansive with more vitality, more life force, continuing to breathe deep in and out to support the movement of any energy that is needed, any information, beliefs, blockages. Now we're going to call in your spiritual support team before going on this deeper journey. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, calling in your spiritual guides. The angelic guides step forward, wings wide, surrounding you in this beautiful sphere of white. Above, below, and all around, you are held in absolute love, light, and protection. Your ascended master guides step forward, holding this holy light of truth, of ascension, of high frequency consciousness. Your spiritual guides and ancestors of absolute love, light, and divine service step forward, offering you love, wisdom, support. You are so held in absolute love. May this journey be completely protected. May it serve your highest good. And may you receive the deepest healing that you are ready to receive in this now moment. Holy Fire Reiki flows down like this channel of golden light now. Over your entire body, you're completely covered in this beautiful golden light. You begin to rise upwards through this golden channel of light now. Rising up through this golden channel of light, you're traveling into a different consciousness, different dimensions, to go on a spiritual journey to receive a deep healing experience. You begin to move faster and faster through this golden channel of light, and your body feels lighter and lighter as you rise into higher dimensions. At the end of this channel of light, you see this beautiful, bright starlight portal. You feel this magnetism to the starlight portal, and you begin to merge with this starlight portal. Your entire vision is now white light. Breathe in. Breathe out. You now pass through this starlight portal into this beautiful space Take in the landscape, the nature. What does this space look like to you? How does this space feel to you? You're feeling yourself walking. What is beneath your feet? What are the sounds that you hear? You hear the trickling of water. You can't see any at this moment, but you hear it. You begin to walk towards it. You see the trickling of this water coming from this well. There's water, this stone wall, and there's water trickling out of it, flowing into this little well and river stream. You are guided to walk towards this trickling water, and you place some within your hands. As you place some within your hands, what forms is this beautiful crystal, specifically for you and your healing. Notice the crystal that you are holding. What is the weight of it? What is the color? How does it feel in your hand? You are guided now to find a place where you can lay back and rest. And you are guided to place this crystal somewhere on your body where you would like to receive a deeper healing. Placing this crystal onto your body, a bright beam of Holy Fire Reiki light flows down into this crystal, empowering it and flowing into your body. You're completely engulfed in this beautiful Holy Fire Reiki light, and just allowing Holy Fire Reiki to guide you in this healing now. Aquarius crystal back into your hand. And you can ask this crystal if it has a name. This crystal may give you a name of its spirit, or maybe there's a name to this crystal that we use commonly on Earth. If you don't receive a name, that is okay. Either way, you can take this crystal with you, holding it close to your heart, as it is this spiritual attunement to healing and high frequency alignment. You begin to walk back through the starlight portal and begin to flow down through this channel of Holy Fire Reiki light. This golden light guiding you down, 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 back into your body now. Take a deep breath in as the channel fades away. Deep breath out as you feel the weight of your bones. Taking a moment to tune into your body, breathing deep, creating space into your physical body as you start to awaken into this moment now. Bringing soft and gentle movements back into your fingers, your toes, the joints of your body, and taking as much time as you would like to return. I hope you had an absolutely beautiful experience. If you would like to share anything about your experience, feel free to, or you can reach out personally to me. I always love hearing how your journeys how they have gone for you. And I'm going to share a little bit about next weekend's Reiki trainings. I'm sharing a level 1 and 2 Reiki training next weekend, the 12th and 13th. If you feel complete, thank you for being here. It was an absolute honor to share this healing energy with you. When I send out the replay, listen to this as many times as you would like while it is still available. So next weekend, which I know it's a little short to share, but I wanted to talk about it on this live either way. I'm offering a level 1, which the level 1, you work with Holy Fire. So even if you are Reiki, if you're trained in Reiki in some other lineage and you feel called to Holy Fire, you can of course do the level 1 and then you'll be working with the Holy Fire energy. And if you're trained in another, working with a different energy, different consciousness, you can still choose which energy you want to work with. You can channel different energies. So the level 1 is allowing yourself to do Reiki by touch. So it's like physical, like sending Reiki to your body, crystals, items, people, whatever it might be. It's all through touch. The level 2 empowers the Holy Fire at a higher frequency as it channels through your body, so then you're able to do it at a distance. And you also learn 3 different Reiki symbols that strengthen your Reiki energy and allows you, again, you can send Reiki beyond time and space, like how I just led a guided experience channeling Holy Fire Reiki beyond time and space. Like it reached you even without me putting my hands on you. It was literally just guided by word. So what I love about the distant Reiki is because it empowers our prayers, our intentions. You can send Reiki to the whole world at once, just like activating the consciousness and power of your intention. You can do distant sessions, can always send Reiki even if you're not physically with somebody. And then the next level is the master training. I don't have one of those scheduled at a specific date at the moment. One is coming in the works, but always reach out to me if you're interested in the master level. And that's where you're able to teach Reiki trainings from level 1 to Reiki master. And the level 1, you receive a Reiki manual. So that's coming next Saturday. It's at 10:30 a.m., I believe, Eastern Standard Time, and we go till about 5:30 Eastern. And then you'll get in the mail, you'll get a manual sent to you. And then with the level 2, it's the same Reiki manual, but it's the same time. It's on Sunday from 10:30 in the morning till 5:30. Every level that you take with Holy Fire, it's increasingly strengthening the strength, the power of Holy Fire. So if what we talked about today, and again, it's not just about doing healing sessions. That's a huge part of Holy Fire Reiki for me and my life, and my work that I do is weaving Holy Fire Reiki into my healing sessions. But I hope after this conversation today, you see that's not just about healing sessions, that this really is for anyone who is really committed to their spiritual path, to their healing, to the divine, to the alignment with the divine, to remembering who they really are, to coming into a path where they know themselves so deeply, where you're deepening the connection to your guides, your own body, your own self, your own intuition. It's such a beautiful part. At the moment I received Holy Fire, it's just every day, it's this living, breathing connection to this spiritual light that's continuously empowering my life. So I absolutely adore teaching these trainings, and I'm so honored that I get to do so, because I really believe that this healing energy it's magnificent. It's so beautiful what it can do to transform our life. The links are in the description for the level 1 or the level 2. If you have any questions about which training might be best for you, just reach out to me. And that feels complete for now. And I love you. Thank you for being here. This was so special to just get to do this deep healing experience with you. I am sending you all so much love. Mwah. Have a blessed weekend, and I will talk to you soon.